Okay, we're back.
Okay. What were we talking about now?
We were talking about mental health in the Boilermakers.
Yeah. So I was wondering, like, what you guys think, like, money-wise, does like the money you make in Boilermaking may actually make you happy or a happy person, or
No.
No, I think the biggest thing that a lot of Boilermakers struggle with is balance, the work-to-life balance, right?
And financials too.
Well, I think guys
Situations.
get so used to making this big money that they think they need to be making that big money
All the time.
right?
got the
It's-
big truck, the big house?
There's not many other jobs where it's like the weekend's coming up, and then they get you to work the weekend and everyone's happy. They're like, yeah, we're getting the weekend, and most jobs are like, oh yeah, I can't wait to have the weekend off. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Boilermakers just want to work all the time. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Oh, we're
sure.
working. Oh, the job's going 24 and 4 on 12s. Like, most people be like, oh my God, like, why would I want to work that much, right? But
Well,
like,
hopefully when COVID-19's over and shutdowns start, hopefully like the spring and fall just roll right in one after the other. So
Yeah.
then the shutdown
Yeah.
could be like 6 months long, and then EI on the winter.
Yeah, that would be good. But yeah, like I was saying, like people are like used to like a lot of money coming in, and like the economy like in Alberta always did like ups and downs. Like that's how it works. It's not because of COVID that we're in a bad place right now. It's just like we were supposed to be in that dip right now. It's gonna come back up. That's how it works.
Boilermaking's so like adverse, like so much adversity goes with it, right? Like, because you'll go to a job, it'll be like the first day of the job, and they'll come in there and be like, okay guys, we got 6 months of work here, lots of hours, and then 2 hours later they come in, they'll be like, okay, job's canceled, like we lost the contract, like,
Well,
like things always change with Boilermaking. And that, like, for me actually, I kind of like it because I'm used to it, right? So it's good because it teaches you in life to just roll with the punches, right? Like whatever happens, you just you're okay, whatever, like sure, right? You know what I mean?
That's what I like about you. You just like anything that happens. I remember that story that everybody told me about. Like when I was talking about you, I didn't know. Like nobody, you never told me that story. Everybody told me that story. It's when you were at Kenmore or whatever, and you and Luke had an apartment and some shit. And like the last day, you guys cleaned the whole place out. Make sure you got the deposit back. And you got back and the place was flooded or some shit. Like the fucking dishwasher didn't work and like it spilled all over the place. The floor was like flaking and shit. And you just grab an old fucking McDonald's fucking burger in the fridge and we're like, whatever, shit happened. Just start eating his burger. Yeah, no problem. And I feel like I respect that because like nowadays, man, we care too much about small things and stuff, and
That shows that Gord cares about small things. You have to get the burger.
The old
burger is gonna fix me.
Well, I think that's one thing Boilermaking teaches you in life is to just like roll with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like you can never plan like years in advance with Boilermaking, right? Because
No.
things are constantly changing, and then as soon as you think you're going to be on a job for a long time, that's when you end up getting kicked in the ass, right? That's when
Oh, yeah,
it
for
bites
sure.
you.
And what's funny too is like on a job you could be like the star player, and you go in another job you're the fucking asshole of the place.
It's banging the table. It's so loud.
Fucking
At
asshole.
least you can hear it.
Yeah.
You can't even hear me over here.
Yeah, shut your mouth over there, Kyle.
No, do it. Just
No,
stop.
if you can hear me, I just want to say, like, it being so crazy being a Boilermaker and whatnot, I think a lot of guys that are in relationships and whatnot, it takes a very strong better half to put up with this kind of stuff, because a lot of the guys I know and talk to, you could go months without seeing somebody, and I find now the more people I talk to, the first thing is like, oh yeah, we're split up. We're split up. We're split up.
Oh, for sure.
The kids, this, and that. Like, it's...
And the good old story of like your girlfriend's fucking the milkman while you're fucking at work. Like
But like we're
For a
happens
lower wage.
so often. So often. And the other way like works too. Like some guys are like fucking around on jobs too. I mean, it goes
well,
both
the other
ways.
thing
we're
too
no
is
better. Fuck.
you can't take these jobs and be away all year round and
Start
expect
banging everything, right?
expect your partner to stay, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you gotta still give them time of your life. You can't be working 24 and 4 all year out of town, and then like obviously
like,
that's
hey,
gonna.
we're still together. No, like by the
there's
time
no
I come
way.
back home, I'm a different person.
yeah. Yeah, so
I
that
couldn't imagine working 24/4 year round, not having a family and 2 kids at home.
like I'm at the point right now where I just would like just 40 hours a week somewhere and just like, you know what I mean? Even 5/8 or 10 and 4 or
That's
4/10.
stability.
Yeah,
Stability.
just just give us time to do things outside of work. That's the other thing about
Which we
Boilermaker.
never had. We never had stability.
No,
Never.
no, and like the other thing too is that for me it finds that it either I'm not working or I'm working like just crazy hours, so like you got no time to do anything like except work, like you know what I mean? When you got no time to do anything after work or anything, like it's either you go from like 0 to 100, right? Like so.
Whereas like the work hard, play hard mentality is.
Yeah.
Because you work, and you're like,
Woo!
when I'm gonna be off, I'm gonna fuck that shit up. I'm gonna get so fucked up.
Yeah,
But,
and then everyone.
And then EI is around the corner.
Yeah. But like there's other people that actually like try to build a family and all that stuff while being a Boilermaker, which I respect. It's like, I mean, I'm doing it. I just got a baby. Yeah.
Congrats. Yeah.
Yeah, she's cute, Phoenix. Fucking.
Make
she's,
sure she clicks on the link after the video.
No, like I mean, like you're trying to build a life and stuff, but it's not hard. It's not easy when you're spending all your life away. Last year, I had like my best year money wise as a Boilermaker. Actually, in life, in my whole life, I never made that much money in my life. But was I really happy? Like that's where I wanted to go with all that talk. I feel like to get through that year, I needed like 2 kinds of pill stuff, and yeah, some jobs I was like, fuck it, I just don't want to do this shit, you know.
Yeah.
And good thing I had like my good buddies, and like Tanner McLeod was with me, I was and Christian Tebo, and like we were like I told them like I was working like a job pretty easy by myself, and I was like, man, I'm sick of this shit. I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to. Sorry.
Quit banging the
Bang
That's
table.
emotions, man. That's the emotions.
But yeah, it's like, yeah, I was
Stable is the
like,
stable.
man, I don't want to be here. I don't know I don't know where I want to be,
tough,
because
man.
I don't want to be home. I don't want to be here. I go home. It's like you got to give so much attention to your loved one, because like, but you're already drained from work. That like I saw a psychiatrist that told me like, you're like a car, and like you need to refuel, you know, you go to work while you're fucking draining, and you need to refuel at some point, you know.
Yeah.
But if you go home and you didn't see your family for like me, I was going like 3 weeks on and 1 week off or some shit, like the whole year. So like a quarter of the year I was at home.
Yeah, the rest of the
In
time.
my new home that we just bought, and like I go home still, and I'm like,
I'll check
where
the days
where are
afterwards.
the pots? Where are the shit? You know, like I don't even know where the shit
You
is
don't
in my
even know.
house.
Yeah,
Like
you don't even
that's
know.
so weird. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I all that to say, like I just
Well, I think I remember hearing. I think it was Jordan Peterson said it. It was in one of his lectures. I'm going to paraphrase this, but it was basically about the quality of life, and like after a certain amount of money, no more money improves the quality of your life.
Yeah.
So as long as your bills are paid, your rent's paid, and everything, you got food in the fridge. You making an extra 40,000 isn't going to add to the quality of your life. Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
How much money does it take a year to be happy? It's like
yeah.
there's something like 40,000 or some shit.
I think so. Yeah. If you want to
Bro, like
A couple million would be nice. But
see what
what do I know here?
what the base
Lotto
rate-
Max tomorrow.
Look up how much money do you need to have a good quality of life, and then extra money
See
or
what
something.
comes up.
But like there's a old
maybe
Boilermaker I work with at the NWR in the laydown. I can't remember his name. Fuck. But he was funny, man. He just like would get shit done, doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, you know, like cut shit up, and he's like, I think we should ask the foreman if we can cut those clips off. I don't give a fuck. It's like it's easier to ask for forgiveness, to ask for permission. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's kind of cool. But yeah, he told me if you're not able to live with like $4,000 a month, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, I've heard that many times.
Yeah.
So this here says,
If you're on to CERB,
no, a new study finds the ideal income for individuals is $95,000 a year for life satisfaction, and $60,000 to $75,000 a year for emotional well-being.
so that's like 160,000 just to be happy.
No. So it's saying So it's saying you need only 65,000.
We need a
Yeah,
million
60
now.
to 75 for emotional well-being.
And what was the 95?
Just
for?
to not stress.
Life satisfaction.
Yeah.
Well, still
So if
90
you want both.
90,000's not like.
Well, for us, yeah, it's
Yeah.
For us, we usually go over 90. I don't know, but if you actually like to
Well,
work,
what I
well, not
think this
you,
year's gonna
yeah,
be
you,
tough.
because after the year you just in Nicaragua and shit and Thailand.
That's different than what I heard, but I think what the guy was saying that I was listening to, he said like after 60,000 or whatever kind of setup you
That
have.
was really
Oh,
low.
I can look into that.
Yeah, it seems really low.
Yeah, it was really low. I was like, what?
Like the 95,000 Kyle just mentioned there, it seems reasonable.
Well, it all depends what kind of setup you have, obviously,
Well, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like-
I mean, like, if you cannot live without your big truck, well, fuck. I mean, like,
yeah,
you're
my
not
car's
happy.
falling apart.
Man,
but
me, I don't care.
realistically, we should be basing everything on our 40-hour work week.
Oh, yeah,
right?
for
Like,
sure.
that's what we should be trying to live off of, right? And,
Exactly. But
like, how many guys do you know that are fucking?
But things also go up every year too, right? Like, we make a good wage, but I bet you in reality, with all the prices of stuff going up, we probably only make really $20 an hour, right?
Well, like, what with inflation compared to
Yeah.
what it was, I guess, years ago, yeah.
I
Like,
couldn't just say that. I didn't know how to say that word, so thanks, Gord.
It would. I would like to sit down and talk with somebody who was like boiler making in the 70s and stuff, and
yeah,
see how
it
much
could be
farther.
like one of the next episode when the COVID is done, like bring up a fucking old dude, like
Yeah.
a retired one.
See like how far your money would go, right? Back then.
Oh yeah, compared to now,
Bro,
for sure.
I feel like the boomers got it like the easy way a lot. Like I mean like you could buy a house for like what, like 20,000.
I don't know. I think we're gonna start pulling numbers out of our ass here, and we're gonna
Yeah, yeah.
we're gonna be wrong, and then someone's
What I know is just
Kyle,
it
what
doesn't
the
make
fuck you
sense to
doing?
me.
Whatever.
Okay, look
Doesn't
up
make sense to me.
how much in Edmonton. Look up the price of a house in Edmonton in 1979.
Oh
Average-
yeah, yeah,
Average
yeah.
There you
price
go.
of a house. There we
Yeah,
go.
okay. Nice. I got a job.
But like, maybe I should check like what a
You got the laptop. I'm the one checking.
yeah. What a Boilermaker makes in the, what year were we talking about?
1979.
1979.
Uh,
What do you think journeyman rate was? Like $20 an hour?
I would say
2,000.
lower. What's that?
Well, this is 22,000.
Yeah,
200.
that sounds about right. 22,000 in 1979 for a house.
in
Like if you do
1979,
like this is just off
Okay, well, here
topic.
we go. Flashback Edmonton economy.
It's like we're all on the Serb life right now, and so if you multiply that big $1,000 you get every 2 weeks, and you divide it by 88 hours,
man,
you're only making $11.96 an hour, and our minimum wage is 15. So that's an interesting fact how the government is paying us way below minimum wage in Alberta.
What with the Serb?
Yeah, no, and on EI too.
Boilermakers were making like 30,000
A year.
Yeah, I just looked at it, and a house was what 22,000. A good, a proper house.
That was showing for 67. I'm just looking up here for.
So right.
So right now, a proper house, like a cheap house here in Alberta, is like 300,000. I know, I just bought one, and it's fucking, and we make 100 like max on like.
So you can see how the rates have gone.
If
tremendously.
you're being like a workaholic, you're like passing the 100 grand, but do you want actually that lifestyle, you know? But yeah, like I wanted to talk about like a lot about the mental health, like like I said, like last year I made like the best money I ever made in my life, but
You weren't the happiest.
no.
So how does that work then? If you made the most money, how were you not happy?
That I mean, we're all here
Money
for that
doesn't
point, right? You know
Yeah.
that we need the money. But that's the thing. Like once you do like in life, you need goals, right?
Yeah.
And like once you get that goal, like me, like at some point was just like I just want my journeyman. I just want like journeyman, girlfriend, family, house. Sorry, the table. But the house and everything. The baby, and like now I got it, then like I'm like
You're happy
I still feel empty, you know. I don't feel like I'm fulfilled, you know.
because you're not making that money.
I don't think that
No,
money.
I mean
I don't know if it's the money.
I mean I make
you
that
want-
money.
oh,
I'm good. Like I mean like COVID doesn't affect me at all. I don't give a fuck about COVID. It's like it's time off, but that time off is getting hard on me actually because working is actually good for mental health.